Hello everyone! Welcome to the Mania 7K World Cup 2026, and in this match, we're going to be having a losers bracket quarterfinals match between Germany and Canada. This is Surf285, I'm sorry, Surf285's co-commentator, Lively Peninsula, and as I said in the booth, here with me is Surf285. Hello there!
Oh my gosh. Why? Why? You didn't have to replicate what I did earlier a few hours ago. Okay, so we have
I told you I had to one up that, okay?
Okay, so for context, not even 2 hours ago, I may have introduced myself in this way. This is Sir285 and I am Sir285 and this is Potassium F. I may have introduced myself that way, not even 2 hours ago. Anyways, this matchup is a fun one.
It is a very fun one, yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how to break down this match in a proper manner because a few hours earlier, we had your typical Rice versus LN matchup. Then we had a matchup where it is technically still Rice versus LN, but both teams can pick off points each other on their opposite skill set. And then there's this.
It's gonna be hard because I'm actually looking at the qualifier statistics. In Rice 1 and Rice 2, like Germany was worse in Rice 1 and Canada was worse than Germany in Rice 2. And I'm seeing that in like the hybrid picks, it's actually a bit of a toss-up on hybrid 1. But LNs, I think, will be generally... I don't know actually, I think it's going to be generally Germany favored. At least based on strictly the qualifier results. So that's something that Germany might want to take note of.
Anyways, Canada is protecting Rice 3. I thought I read Rice 4 over... I thought I read Rice 4 for some reason. But I'm surprised. Okay, a lot of times you usually don't protect chord string. When it happens, it's kind of an occasion of its own.
Well, it's a bit of a mix-up here because if you think about it,
oh boy.
Huh? Okay, so as I was saying, it was either Canada was gonna protect Rice 3 or Rice 4, I'm gonna guess, because I think Germany will ban Rice 4. If not that, maybe EX1. But the reason why I think it's okay is I think Valkyrie still better protect than, let's say, Angel Dust. I think Angel Dust is really strictly a more coin toss pick. Although Germany banning LN, okay, I think it makes sense. Maybe they saw Canada's score on this, or at least maybe they think Canada might have a better score here. But I'm not sure what to feel about this ban, really. I don't know if this was the right call.
Kind of a weird one considering their history from yesterday. But we'll just have to see how things will play out in general. Maybe Germany is just really not sure if they could somehow top whatever Canada did. Like there's that element. There's just that element. Like it's probably they just couldn't, even if they could play it, they're just not that confident they're able to keep up with Canada's score on LN2. Anyways, for Team Canada on the other hand, they are banning LN3. I am surprised.
This is exactly why I didn't want Germany to ban LN2. I don't know. Like, I understand that LN2 and LN3 are two different charts, but I don't think that was the right call. I feel like Germany could have banned Rice 4. Like, that one is a very Canada-based chart, I think. But it's already too late to ponder about the bans. And this is already what they selected, and I feel like, yeah?
Actually, something might also come into play, like when we get into fourth. Something we might have to watch is if LN1 and LN4 even get touched in the first 4 charts of this match. Because why do I feel that if they aren't touched, they might be They might be taken out in the second ban phase. There, or at least one of the two charts. One of LN1 or LN2.
Yeah, I can
And
see where this is
another
coming from.
thing, and another
Hmm.
thing, I am also surprised that Canada banned LN3, considering that Mr. Moo is like a really good Dance LN player.
Probably okay. I'm not sure why Canada would ban that either. I'm going to be looking at the history here, and I actually don't see them picking this. Neither teams picked this chart, so they don't really have information on that. What Germany will have information though is EX3, and I can see why they protected that. So I guess Germany had a really good sight on that choice. As for Canada protecting, was that again Valkyrie, right? Okay, I'm taking a
Yeah.
look at their Valkyrie. Actually, Germany's score on Valkyrie is better than Canada's score by 4,000 points. Huh. So I'm not sure really what the tactical strategy is. Maybe they're
Okay.
hoping that Germany is going to be choking more on accuracy. But if you look at their ratios, it's actually really, really close. So I'm not sure what Canada's trying here right now, at least based on the scores that both teams are showing.
Okay. You mentioned that. Considering everything that has been happening over the past few hours, 5,000 points is barely a lead. I think that's like
It's barely
I
a
think that's a
lead, but
conclusion that we can make.
it is barely a lead, but I mean, it's still something. Like, if you have a disadvantage on like a chart, it's not something you really want to protect, don't you think? Like, there are many other Rice charts that could have been there. Like, I still think Rice 4 could have been better. Unless Canada is confident that it's not gonna get banned. Because you also have to consider which charts have the highest ban rate. And I don't think Rice 4 is necessarily that. I feel like something like Rice 6 or EX1 would have a higher ban rate than, let's say, Rice 4. So I think that's why they didn't protect it.
Again, there's also the factor they might actually be just that confident about Rice 3. I mean, we can't rule that out. It's a matter of confidence, I'd say. Okay, so
Yeah.
we will be starting this with the technical pick. The more act based of the two technical picks that we have.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious to see what kind of performance we're going to be seeing from both teams here. I think this can set the tone for the rest of the match because we have this pick, Rice 6, we have X1. So I really want to see how this will show up. And right now, okay, obviously Canada has the accuracy lead. I think that's what they're gonna bank on. Asukia Whiskers drops a few 200s early on. Not a good sign. That means Canada's probably more stable in the technical aspect for today's matchup. But it's not over just yet. It's way too early to call this.
Well, I think this is also a chart to watch, especially if we are looking into Rice 3. It is the faster than two core streams. There is some speed element to this chart as we're seeing Black Who finding a drop a few moments earlier and demonstrated by the Sawdust Inhaler. We only have Takia Whiskers and Dale with full combos in this lobby, and they have very similar accuracies. It's just that Blacku and Sawdust Inhaler, their 1v1 has Sawdust Inhaler being the one in the lead. Dale finally drops her full combo, and that does mean Takia Whiskers, the only sizable combo remaining, with a better accuracy now. Best accuracy in the entire lobby, actually just by a few tenths.
Baku
That's a
has
few
been
hundreds.
dropping a lot, so that's gonna be scary. You wouldn't want to drop as many as that consecutively, especially since Canada is giving you windows of opportunity to catch up. The accuracy advantage also clearly goes to Canada. This patterning, I would say this patterning is something that Canada would want to lean on throughout the entire match. But if there's something this is telling me, Germany can take a few break points if Canada isn't careful. And I think they had a little bit of a lucky break that Blacku was dropping this much, because Kia Whiskers seems to be pretty much on the zone, just keeping this full combo intact.
Well, what this also tells us is that Team Canada can go into Rice 6 with a bit more confidence. And that is a really strong score there from Solace Inhaler. Oh, Mr. Moo coming in. I presume that is for Canada. Look, expecting an LN pick or a hybrid pick from Germany. That's
Mhm.
coming in the next one, I'd say.
Looking at the MP link, if you actually look at the MP link, Germany has the better ratio, like overall,
Ooh.
than Canada. But the misses were way too much, and not to mention the 200 count. Canada had superior
Oh,
accuracy overall.
wow. Okay. Germany is opening with their protect.
I don't like this actually. Like, here's the thing: you haven't lost a break point, you haven't, you're not down in a very bad situation, and you see that Canada has two. I think that's 920 case in the previous matchup. Why go with this to start? I don't think you're supposed to start with something like this because typically you pick your protects when you're in like a very bad situation and you want to get out of a hole or you want to continue a momentum and secure and seal the deal.
Part of me thinks that they just wanted to get this chart out of the way.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like with the nature of this chart, why not like maybe a team could try to exhaust the energy of the opposing team. I think Japan picked this, right? I forgot.
Yeah.
Was it against Indonesia? I feel
Yes.
like if this was picked a bit earlier, or at least if Japan had like more poise and consistency, they could have probably taken that. And now Germany's picking this in not just a high nerve situation, because remember, earlier in the match, typically players are still a bit shaky. This is also during a time where both players are still high in their stamina, at least for the meantime. So I'm not sure why Germany would go with their protect immediately. I think there could have been better options. Something like LN4 maybe? Or Hybrid 3 could have been better. And they can assess from Hybrid 3 if EX3 was worth it in the first place.
Well, they already picked it, so they have no choice but to actually play it. We'll just see how
Yeah.
things actually pan out in the end. This may be a move that Germany might end up regretting if this does indeed go the distance, but who knows?
I agree. They're definite. I mean, either way, all the picks can be bad picks, especially if it doesn't go your way. However, something I find interesting here is not having Mr. Moo in a pick like this. I would have thought Mr. Moo's like well-roundedness would have played a huge role here. I mean, okay, Mr. Moo did play in Luminous era on the previous match. I think Dale might have a better score than Mr. Moo in this. We never know. Probably putting in Dale for the Rice parts is gonna be my guess, because Dale's extremely good in that skill set.
Indeed. Also, there's an element of keeping someone fresh in the match. They might want to keep Mr. Moo just behind to keep them fresh. Like, let them not play this really physical pick, so that they have enough energy for later.
Something I realized is like Sukiya Whiskers is like hands down the best player in Germany, right? Like at least from overall performance. And we can both agree that Mr. Moo is definitely like the equivalent of that. Not exhausting Mr. Moo's energy early on might prove beneficial for Canada because that's gonna be their best player prepared for when Germany's gonna start to get fatigued or something like that.
Let's see though, if that theory does hold. Team Canada is breathing behind the necks of Germany right now. They are keeping this really close. Sukiya Whiskers with a first drop, I think, for Team Germany, and that does swing the advantage here to Canada. Canada will want to take advantage of that right section. Sukiya Whiskers with a bad miss on that transition.
It's a bad miss, but it's only a 5,000 point difference. I mean, it doesn't help that the length of this chart is pretty long, so... But the more those shields and Ellen show up, I think that's when Germany can take an advantage, but with the trade miss from Blacko and Dale, it essentially cancels it out. I think it benefits Germany a little bit though, because Dale's accuracy dropped us a lot.
But so far, so good for Canada. They do need to take advantage of this chord stream section. And Sawdust Inhaler is looking really good.
But never mind. And now I think, okay, yeah, that's a lot of misses.
Yeah, this is gonna be
everyone.
But Germany came out of that wub section more wounded than Canada did. Here's more of it. Blacko and Dale trading. Sawdust Inhaler resetting their combo. But Sawdust Inhaler has the best accuracy. Tsukiya Whiskers and Sawdust Inhaler trading. Blacko make that a full team reset for Team Germany. Dale has hit the 400 combo. And
But the worst act,
yeah,
I think,
worst act.
among the lobby.
But again, what matters the most is they maintain the lead. Full team reset for Canada. Blacko, Dale, actually everyone finding that section messy.
Except Tsukiya Whiskers, though.
Now
Oh, that's
everything.
scary.
Oh no! You don't miss there. No.
That's the worst part to miss, because in a break section, this is the lowest chance for a player to make mistakes. And oh well.
Oh my god.
Why did they say that? I am so sorry. But I don't think it's gonna matter, because it essentially just cancels out what Sawdust and Inhaler did. I think this part benefits Germany a lot. Yeah, there we go.
Well, there you go. There is the reason why Germany has protected this pick. They are pulling ahead now.
That's a massive drop from Canada. Tsukiya held on for so long. Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's a strong ending here for Team Germany. Again, like I feel like this is still gonna be a long match, so this start being picked this early on might still be a decision that we'll have to wait if it was actually worth it to do. But for now, Germany can breathe because they have reduced this match to a virtual best of 9.
You know, if you actually look at the match results from the previous one, I think Canada actually did better this time. Yeah, they did better by a few thousand points, around 10,000. But Germany was just the superior team in here, and it makes a lot of sense why they choose that. It's a great choice, a great way to start, but I'm not sure what to feel about your future picks, because I don't think there will be many safe picks like this.
Let's see though. There is EX1, EX2. They are open. So if they are looking into difficult picks, those are still right there. Now for Team Canada. Let's see. I feel like they might want to keep their... Ooh. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Mr. Mu declaring LN4.
I said it means Mr. Mu is getting in. 100% Mr. Mu is gonna play this. But like with who though? PP Cat and Mr. Mu, I guess? Okay, there.
PP Cat is for... Okay, this is gonna be interesting, I'd say. So this is what I meant about this matchup, not exactly being Rice versus Alan. Because the picks can go either way.
You know, a team like Canada just has an advantage where they can swap out players like back to back to back, like you see here right now. And Germany is going to be in a bit of a disadvantage in that sense, if you get what I mean. Like, Tsukiya Whiskers and Blacko are going to, at least from what I've seen in previous matches, are going to have to really fight it out throughout the entire match. It's gonna be scary, but I think it's definitely something that they can hold on to. I believe this team is going to be really capable of holding the fort all throughout the end.
Okay, does appear that we might have to wait just a little bit before we resume this matchup. Due to just a few issues in the background, but while we are waiting for that, just a reminder, the OC Mania 7K World Cup 2026 team support banners are up on the OC store. If you want to show your support to your favorite team, your own country, or your favorite player's country, you can do so by buying a banner. If you can buy multiple of the same banner, multiple teams banners, and if you were just that undecided, you can buy all of them as well, all 32. Even the eliminated teams banners are also up. So if you want to make your profile look as long as an entire movie's credits, feel free to do so.
Oh, I'd love that. That would be so cool. A movie script? Yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty sure you've seen that one person who bought an entire batch of banners and then someone played the Star Wars theme over it.
Oh yeah, that would be funny. But hey, we're not. No one's stopping you from doing that. No one's stopping you. You know, if that's what makes you
Also-
happy. Yeah.
Also, just to mention, like if you did manage to buy the winner's banner, you'll have the banner for much longer than the others. So feel free to get them if you want some profile decorations. As we enter LN4,
What is going
Canada's
on here?
second pick.
What is going on here? Okay. There we go. You know, we've seen a lot of teams trip up at this beginning, and Mr. Mu and Tsukiya will be the first two to drop there. I would be surprised if more of that happened.
Well, there's the more of those. Tequila Whiskers and Blacko pretty much resetting, giving Canada a sizable buffer before this chart really picks up.
You know, I've seen this trend on like multiple matches already where you just mess up the intro of this, and that kind of gives it away. PPCat is the only player who I haven't seen mess up like at all, and I think that's never mind. Now I see it.
Well, Mr. Mu also dropping their combo, so Blacko was all resetting there. So it's only Tequila Whiskers with this sizable combo now.
And the highest accuracy too.
I mean, we're not. That is Tequila Whiskers is just gonna do those ridiculous accuracy plays at this point. I think that's pretty much a given. But what's important here is that Canada is in the lead with a sizable buffer, and in a chart where recovery is extremely hard.
I mean, hey, yeah, that is definitely one example where recovery is really hard. I mean, this looks deceivingly. It doesn't look easy. You know what? I'm lying. It's not. It definitely isn't easy at all to hit these patterns. It requires a lot of coordination and reading. I just haven't like seen many teams be stable in this chart, and that's a good example of what I'm talking about.
The score difference here is most likely gonna be the biggest score difference that we'll be seeing in this entire match, I'd say. But I feel like now putting the bans into perspective, like why ban LN3 for Canada?
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I thought Canada's strategy. Just it didn't make sense. And now that PPCat finally drops, doesn't really matter. You know, I've seen big score differences on this chart. Like, this is probably the most frequent where it happens. But really, I think most of the differences with Blacko's misses. But you can't really blame them because Blacko because like this chart is really difficult to be consistent on. And I think it was Sukiya who takes the MVP, or was it PPCat? Okay, no, it was PPCat who takes the MVP.
It is PPCat, yep. And now Team Germany has to make their reply.
I don't know what they're gonna pick, because look, you lost an LN like this, and I don't know what Germany's supposed to pick here. Maybe Hybrid 3? Because I think Rice isn't the way to go here. What? No, I don't like this pick.
Oh my... I don't know, man.
I feel like this is a bad pick. Like, Canada protected Rice 3. And now, you want to gamble on EX1? Huh. Okay, let's see. Wait, the name of the chart is, okay, Magikarisa. I'm looking at the match. So, in Magikarisa, Tsukiya Whiskers had 962 and Blacko had 913. So, that's a big difference there. But looking at the history of Canada's matches, they can perform well in difficult Rice charts. So I don't know what this is I don't know why pick EX1.
I feel like we kind of have to start throwing throwing our notes to the trash.
You know, whatever. Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm looking at my notes as well, like their tendencies to pick. I cannot see any reason for Germany to pick this against Canada, who has really good rice players. I know that Germany has good rice players on their own, but I feel like this is one of those charts that's gonna be really shaky, I'd say.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm thought. This is exactly what you're saying, and I totally agree. Maybe they're hoping that Canada's average would be lower than, like, let's say Black Goose and Tukia Whiskers here. Because what I'm afraid of is I think Canada as a team might just perform better all around than even Tukia Whiskers, and that's gonna be a problem. But with how volatile this chart can be, anything can happen, so I wouldn't really count Germany out yet. It's just that I don't really like this pick in general.
Well, let's see how everything pans out really as we enter like the more difficult sections. Nautilus and Taylor dropping their full combo, but look at that accuracy. It was pretty much a clean drop. Dale with a combo break of their own, but Canada has a sizable buffer. Germany needs to do a recovery of a lifetime.
Yeah, and there's only like a minute left. I mean, Germany has to hold their consistency more because Canada isn't giving many opportunities, especially with their extremely good accuracy. You know, now that this part is showing up, I think Germany should be compelled to ban something like Rice 4.
Race
'Cause
4.
if you look at
Yeah.
yeah, honestly, Rice 6 is also a decent ban for Germany in my opinion. If once we go there, but yeah, this difference is massive.
We might be seeing that kind of we will be seeing the bans as at the end of this chart. But as it stands, like Canada is just pulling ahead. This is a phenomenal performance from their team. Just taking a breakpoint in style.
Yeah, I don't know. I always thought this pick was very questionable. I mean, look, even if Germany's ratio is probably slightly better than Canada's, the tornado counts and the misses just aren't gonna help. Like, look, I mean, Tsukiya Whiskers has more misses than both Dale and Sawdust Inhaler, so I really don't understand this pick.
Okay. Hmm. Now we go to the bans and Germany. I'm looking in there. I feel like let's pick up the discussion from earlier. Rice 4 or Rice 6 might be their best possible bans. I wouldn't rule out Rice 1 personally as a ban. What do you think?
Huh. I think, I don't know. I wouldn't say that they should ban Rice 2. Because I feel like that's a winnable pick for Germany.
Yeah,
I'd say it has to be 1, 4, or 6. I'm leaning towards a Rice 6 ban, actually.
First, we will be seeing Canada's.
I swear.
And
they ban LN1.
LN1 ban will open up this match for them much more.
I think Ellen's a horrible ban, actually. At this point, I wouldn't.
Maybe
You know what?
Maybe EX2. Maybe EX2
Yeah,
was a.
I agree. I agree.
EX2 was a ban. Maybe.
I think
maybe.
you know what? I'll guess Hybrid 2. Actually, I'll guess Hybrid 2 or EX2.
That's also possible. That's also possible. Yes.
But if it's but it absolutely shouldn't be LN1. I don't think it's out. It should not be LN1. Definitely.
We saw. I mean, okay, there we go. EX2.
Okay,
EX2
finally a ban that makes sense. Okay. Germany's gonna ban Rice 4, Rice 1, or Rice 6. they should not ban any of the hybrids because they won EX3. It's either okay,
Okay, Ellen won't be
Ellen.
banned.
Fair enough.
Is it
That works.
fair enough? I mean, they did
But
ban Ellen. They did ban Ellen too, so I guess it's pretty much warranted that Ellen one is going to be banned as well. So we officially have all hybrid picks left and 5 Rice starts.
I think on the tactical situation, Canada has the upper hand because of the rice availability.
Mm. Also, just to note, there is a second match happening at this hour as well. That's Spain versus Hong Kong. It's a pretty interesting matchup as well. So you can follow both of it. The other is on the B stream, also live _2.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but these are the last two like European teams
Yeah,
in
it
this
is.
tournament. Like it's Germany and Spain.
Yes,
So,
indeed. And
pretty much,
just to
pretty much fight. Yeah.
yeah, this is the last block. Though we do have to mention that the map pool showcase for the semifinals is gonna happen at 19 UTC. So it's not gonna happen right after this one.
You know, Canada's really taking their sweet time to pick. I understand. 'Cause,
I understand.
They probably saw that BBB despite the big advantage, I think there were some points where they could have lost that. So I understand.
They should be sending their pick a few moments from now, since there is a 2-minute time limit. But at least if you're Canada, you did mention they have the tactical advantage. Rice 3, they're going for their protect. It works. It works. Now that the
You want
second
to
bans
make
are done.
You want to make sure that you can keep this momentum, and you pick the chart where you're most confident in. I like this pick. It should be. This is how you pick your protects. Because look at this right now. Germany is down 3-1. Okay, to be fair, if they didn't pick that protect, who knows? Maybe they could have been down 4-0. But still, this is not a good position to be in either way. Like, I'm a bit scared, really, of what's about to come. Yeah?
I mean, we've seen really close score differences on the start. So anything could happen. Anything can happen in this matchup. Germany is far from out. They won't be out until Canada scores 6 points. Same could be said. Canada is not out until Germany scores 6 points. But there's only one team that could between these two.
Wait, what's going on with the German team? I only see Tsukiya Whiskers here.
I think they might be doing a substitution or maybe a reconnect. Or I think Blacku is trying to reconnect.
Yeah, that's also gonna be my guess.
Okay. Maybe seeing something soon.
I'm a bit... Okay, there we go. Blacku is in. I think we should be fine. Alright. I'm a bit scared of this pick. Remember, this is Canada's Protect, so this is quote-unquote the pick they're most confident in, right? At least this is what their strategy was, to pick this as their Protect. I think it makes sense. However, I'm scared of, like, I guess when it starts to get denser. Because there are moments where Canada throws some hiccups as well. Then again, Germany does give it away immediately when Canada, like, opens a door of opportunity.
Well, you could say the same the other way around. So it could happen. There you go. That's the first miss coming from Dale. So Germany with the early lead. This is a particularly short pick. So Germany needs to stay super consistent.
Sawdust Inhaler may have the strongest accuracy, but Germany is definitely more balanced. The problem we here is it's oh
Ooh.
wait a minute.
Oh,
Oh, huh. Interesting.
okay.
But don't count them out just yet
Yeah,
because
not
again
yet.
we've seen Germany drop. Also, please do not look at the leaderboard. Please don't. Okay, thank you. I don't want to see
Oh
any
my
more
god.
of that. Okay, we saw that yesterday. I think that was Peru China. I got really nervous.
We saw someone look at we saw someone miss a singular spacebar note
Yeah,
in
that
a
was in rice.
particular match
That was rice one.
earlier
That was rice
tonight.
one. Oh, there was also one today. But anyway,
Yeah, that was Cora on. I forgot if it was this chart, but it was a singular spacebar. It was
yeah,
singular spacebar note, and they missed that.
yeah, you don't want that to
Anyways,
happen because now you're in a situation where you can claim this breakpoint. Germany still with the double full combo, and well, I'm getting really nervous. They can actually hold on
okay.
to this, and now that this is here,
Rice 2.
do you?
I feel like
Yeah, it
Rice
can.
2 might be a good pick.
But wait a minute, there's still this ending. Oh,
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 Black Hole
that was
missing at the last note.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Twelve
Doesn't matter.
thousand points again. I just realized this. Germany has been having the better ratio on these picks overall. So maybe, just
Rice 2.
maybe, Rice 2 is a chance. You
Rice
know,
2, there's a chance.
I
Yeah.
said before that Canada has a tactical advantage. If Germany wins Rice 2, they can just claim that for themselves. Because that
What
opens a
is
lot of stuff.
what is this match actually? Also,
So
Scale
Germany,
Whiskers, that's an insane score, by the
yeah,
way.
992, right? That was a 992.
992,
Look,
really clean. Only 102 to 200s, if I'm not mistaken.
you know what? This is crazy. Germany wins on both protects, so that's actually something. It's kind of funny because Germany's points only come from protects so far.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Now we see the board. From this, we could imply that Angel Dust might be a good
You know,
pick.
I don't. You know what? I have an idea. I don't think they should pick Angel Dust because
Speed
if
Bomb?
you no. Here's the thing.
Okay.
If you pick Angel Dust right now, you ruin like the chance of Canada picking another Rice and taking it to your side, right? I feel
Fair
like
enough.
if Germany picks Angel Dust right now, they run the risk of Canada taking the breakpoint back instead of like you having a chance to take a breakpoint back from Canada. And obviously, you don't want that to happen right now. So why not pick something that's related to EX3? And there we go, Hybrid 1. I actually like this pick.
Actually, a pretty decent one. I was thinking that if they were gonna go along the lines of EX3, I would have at least thought of Hybrid 3 at first. But this one is okay. But considering how this match has been going, I feel like this is not gonna be as straightforward as what we initially thought. I mean, okay, the straightforwardness of this match has already been thrown,
I saw
has went down the drain.
I saw the MP link of Canada playing this. We have a
Okay.
960 and a 958. Two beatable
Okay.
scores from Germany. However, there's a difference here. In the previous match, it was Dale who was playing instead of Sawdust Inhaler. So that's probably something they gotta consider too. Then again, I think Blacku will just reconnect. I think it's gonna be the game plan here. So
Yeah.
I can see why or how this pick would work, but at the same time, I'm just scared because you're picking this to get out of a deficit instead of like you're picking this so you can get ahead of the other team. I don't know. This is a very risky choice, but at this point, I just think that picking Angel Dust right now, while sure it can take a Rice point away from Canada, you're like what I said before, you're trying to do something which isn't necessarily the right time for it. Like I think it should be Canada picking that, and Germany should be like trying to get it away from them instead of the other way around.
Either way, the goal is to score points. So let's just see if whatever Germany is doing right now is gonna hold true for them, gonna give them the advantage. Man, I feel like the thing to watch here is like how everyone is gonna negotiate the ending third of this chart where it's gonna be dense rice, then Denzel N. Like, nothing favors anyone here. Blacko finding the first drop on this chart. Canada is going to be okay. Mr. Moo trades it, make
Oh,
that two
that's
misses, so it's back to Germany.
and that's three, so that's even further. Now the problem here is, we've seen like Black Coup drop a lot of times, and it could very much like swing this back to Canada should that happen. But I think another problem is the fact that this chart isn't exactly that long either. So any misses that are going to happen from either side is going to be volatile. However, the good news is Blacku is catching up very well and keeping that combo up as well. So Germany and Canada are pretty close right now, but this is deceiving. Well, not right
Okay,
now.
Mr.
Actually,
Moo
I mean,
finding, yeah, Mr. Moo with the drop is gonna extend this lead more towards the Germans, and now they have to take advantage of these corn streams that they could act. And Tsukiya Whiskers is indeed carrying that momentum for them.
yeah, that's all Germany has to do. Try to hold and not drop too much on the accuracy because there's gonna be so
Oh,
many bursts.
the lead is decreasing. Okay, it's back to 10,000, but it was decreasing a few moments earlier.
No, it's increasing now, actually. I think Sawdust and
Okay.
Miller drop a few 200s. But despite that miss from Black Coup, it's not affecting because if you look at the accuracy of Sawdust and Mr. Moo, it's getting lower and lower, so it's just canceling out whatever misses Black Coup has. But we've seen teams miss or at least lose at the very few seconds of this chart, so I wouldn't just call this over just yet.
They, Germany is doing good though. They need to hold on. They just have a few more measures of notes remaining, and they have done it. They have tied this match up. This is now a virtual best of five. How
Oh
many
man,
times have I said virtual best of something tonight?
you're gonna okay. Well, looking at the miscounts for both teams, I think Blacku with only two misses, that was very clutch of them to perform
Also,
that.
also it's Tsukiya
Very, very
Whiskers.
much so.
I
Yeah,
have to
that's a
say,
clean performance.
oh man, Tsukiya Whiskers. Wow, that's a beautiful score.
Wow, I'm getting really nervous. This is really terrifying, actually, because
Tsukiya Whiskers Saitra that?
yeah, okay, Sakira Whisker side with that. That's crazy. And getting
That's
what was the score again? What was the score again? 900.
That was
What?
989. That was 989.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, but now what does Canada pick? Angel Dust is out of the way, I'd say. I think it's gotta be Rise 6, I think. I don't. Okay. What? No, I don't like this. I don't like this pick. Rise 2,
Oh
I don't
no.
think so.
Oh no.
I don't think so. This is not a good
Okay,
pick.
I feel like your theory about Rice 2 is holding.
Now do
The
you see
last
why
part, the
I
last
didn't want
part,
Germany to pick this?
the last part of your theory now has to is the thing you're waiting for. If Germany gets the breakpoint on this, Canada is gonna be in deep in hot water now.
Like, you see why I didn't want Germany to pick this? I was saying that there's a chance that Canada picks this. And this is what I was saying. I don't think I don't think you should be picking something that your opponent may have a chance of selecting. But this is something I'm not sure that Canada should be doing because you're now in like a situation where you are up 3-1 and it's tied. Canada is lost as well on a chart similar to this. I don't know what to feel about this chart.
Then this match has this match is pretty unpredictable, so to speak. Like, at least there's a portion where some of our theory holds. But in practice, and as what we have seen over the past 6 charts, it's still hard to call what's gonna happen because anything can still happen here. Maybe Canada is gonna come in here way more aggressive compared to Rice 3, and they're gonna be sharp shooting the heck out of this chart. Who
Well,
knows, really?
I'm really scared of this pick. I think it's around the same length as Rise 3, or maybe this is a bit shorter, but it's around there.
Just about just over 20 seconds longer than Rice 3.
Okay, there we go. So I'm really nervous at how this chart's gonna go. Maybe they're gonna rely on BPM here, because if you look at Blacko's accuracy, it's a bit more spread out. So like what you said, the sharpshooting strategy might be the way to go for Canada, because they have the potential to do that. Because if you think about it, Sukiya isn't able to accurately read this either. At least not as tight compared to Canada.
Okay, so
Okay.
Takeya Whiskers with a miss. Okay,
Ooh.
now that gives Canada the buffer they need. Dale trades, but again the score gap is large enough.
It is indeed large enough. Okay, so I guess there is an aspect that Canada was relying on this whole time. It was how fast this chart was, and I guess the density as well to come up with it. Because if you think about it, Germany now is really behind by a lot, and seems like this was a good pick for Canada after all. Very interesting. You know, this match has been really unpredictable in many ways. I mean, this was really interesting to see. And what a bold move for Canada, trusting their skill sets and their instincts just to ensure that they can secure this point regardless of the results of the previous charts. This is so far an amazing performance for Canada. It would take a miracle for Germany to even come back from this. Seems like, yeah, I really do think the BPM aspect of this really helps Canada a lot, and it seems like this was a great pick after all. And time is running out, but I think the deal has been done before the timer was even close to zero.
Well,
That's
the sharp shooting did indeed work.
that was a great call from Canada. But honestly though, if this is the case, I'm glad Canada trusted their instincts instead of like, oh, because we lost our own protect, maybe we should avoid it. And you know, look at this. Now Canada has the superior ratio and it's not even
Gosh,
close. What is that
look at
score
that
from
200 count. They are so consistent.
yeah,
Same 200
13 both
count.
of them.
Ratio is
Wait,
different, but
wait,
wait, wait, wait,
40
wait, wait.
scroll. 40 scroll. Okay.
Um, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, what note skin allows you to do 40 scroll? I actually wonder.
I know
Like,
Tsukiyo Whiskers.
like I,
His,
like I know, like there are note skins that you are forced to play with, um, like super high scroll speeds. No wonder Tsukiyo Whiskers, scroll speed is super fast.
you know, I've been aware of Tsukiyo Whiskers using like a really high scroll speed, even like way back. Actually, wait. I just actually searched a replay of Tsukiyo Whiskers back in
Yeah.
back in 2025. It was a scroll speed 40 replay. And you know, I was looking at the note skin they were using. It was your typical R skin. It's your typical R skin. It's not
What?
even that wide. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Like, how do
It
you
was.
read that fast? Like, our skins are like not that thick.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. That was not a very thick R skin.
Like I guess the only other way you could think about it is like it's a big monitor.
Imagine well, still though, that's just I don't know.
Column size
I'm
35. I saw it on. I saw Tequila Whiskers stat on Twitch. Column size 35.
That's not that thick. Oh, okay, that's thin.
That's
How?
thin. That's thin.
You know, I have a thick skin for Oceania, and before I even used column, was that again? I forgot. When I used
Arrow,
the lane
circles,
cover. There we go.
bars?
Lane cover.
Lane cover,
Before I use
okay.
the lane cover, my skin is arrow, so it's very thick, and I use 34 with like a very thick what they call this again? A very column with 2. Wait, like
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just can't believe that.
Well, I guess
Anyway.
there's this. I mean, there are people who play with really low scroll speeds.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Without the skin trickery, I have to
Yeah,
emphasize.
I use a skin width of 75, and
Also,
for a lot of people, that's very thick.
also for those who are new to Osumania, please, this is a reminder that there is a constant scroll speed setting for the game. There are two ways to do scroll speed. There's BPM scaling, there's constant scaling. When we're talking about scroll speeds, we're talking about the constant scaling system because BPM scaling is like different numbers for different BPMs. So just
Yeah, that,
for everyone, just for those who are new to Mania.
But anyways, this pick Hybrid 3, I think it makes a lot of sense for Germany. That's a trade, and that's another miss. Actually, that's a bigger trade for Germany. I mean, benefiting Germany, rather.
So Skill Wizards with a drop. Sawdust Inhaler is trading. So it is Blacko and Mr. Moo holding the fort for both of these teams. Average accuracy wise, though, it is Germany with a better one, I'd say. Considering that Sawdust Inhaler is way below, way behind on Mr. Moo's accuracy. A full percent and 2/10 behind.
But Mr. Mu has the better accuracy against everyone else, although Secure Whiskers is close. You know, I'm actually scared for this pick because I think these Ellen parts might benefit Canada ever so slightly. I mean, the lead has been hovering to decrease for a little bit. I don't know, I'm getting a bit scared. Like, sometimes the Ellens look beneficial for Germany and sometimes it's beneficial for Canada. Though these Rice and Shields, I think this is Germany based, Germany oriented.
Let's see though. Okay, Tsukiya Whiskers finding a miss. Although the Sailor does trade, make that 2 misses for one. 2 misses traded for that one Tsukiya Whiskers drop.
No, big shout out to Blacko right now, by the way. Blacko has been holding the fort for Germany this time, and massive props to him. This is exactly the reason why Germany. Okay,
oh my gosh! Why?
Look, that wasn't my fault, okay? I was already.
It was on the worst place possible to chart as well, and Blacko finding yet another drop that will swing the lead to Canada thanks to Tsukiya Whiskers also following it up. That would have been a really good supporting combo there for Tsukiya Whiskers. Sawdust Inhaler finds a drop. It's not that much of an accuracy drop though, but the scores are really close. There is still 1/4 of the chart remaining. If Mr. Moo finds a drop somewhere, this is gonna be really different. Sawdust Inhaler, Blacko trading misses. But Germany is actually. Oh my gosh.
Stardust just can't hold the combo. That's a big drop. I can't believe it. Mr. Moo is holding the only significant combo in the lobby. And that might have just win Canada the entire thing unless we see a drop. Well, we do see a drop, but it is from Tsukiya Whiskers' side.
Oh, Mr. Moo, what is this? What is this full combo, man?
Oh no, don't. Okay, yeah, okay, good. I got scared there. That full combo basically won them the match. Okay, had that full combo,
I thought the match. It was the map. Okay.
Sorry, the map. I meant the map. Okay. But it's not over yet. The problem is though, Canada has Rise 6, and I think that's the pick they're supposed to go. It's got to be Rise 6.
Has to be Rise 6.
Thankfully, there is no Rise 7.
There will be 2 rounds from now.
Yeah.
But the emphasis is on the will. Okay.
Okay. It's gotta be Rise 6, right?
Rise 6, right?
Rise... I don't know, actually. It's gotta be Rise 6. Isn't this Canada's last pick either way?
It is. It is, yes.
Okay, timeout.
And they are going for a timeout. Very good.
You know, Rise 6 has a very fitting difficulty name. It is a very fragile chart, meaning you can easily lose that lead.
Also, just an update on the other matchup. Hong Kong defeated Spain 6-4. So that was an almost tiebreaker match as well.
Hmm.
Let's
I don't
see
know.
how. Let's see how this one pans out. Okay,
I have an
sure,
idea.
Canada. Okay, Canada has the advantage of having a lot of charts that might favor them. And thanks to Hybrid 3, it gives them enough confidence to go for Rise 6. Okay,
I want to give a controversy. I want to give an idea.
okay, go.
Canada can pick Hybrid 2, essentially trapping Germany into picking one of the rice charts. If you think
Also,
about it, it can work
it
because
can work, yeah.
Canada can win on hybrid, and not to mention Germany's rice. I mean, they only really won in rice 3, and sure that was Canada's protect, but like the other three picks aren't that slow either. I think
Yeah.
hybrid 2 pick is not out of the question.
It's not out of the question. It's just a matter of if Canada wants to play the game a little bit more. Not like play the match a little bit more. It's more like show a bit more gamesmanship in this match. If that's a good way to put it. Well, that is indeed the purpose of this timeout. We're gonna see how Canada will try to end this match before it reaches the tiebreaker. Okay, so while we are at it, is there anything that we could do while this break is happening to, show your support to the teams? I think you know what
I
that
mean,
thing is to that.
exactly. Like if you want to support teams here, feel free to buy any of the banners that are up in the store. I mean, yes, eliminated teams are still up for sale, I believe, up to the end of the tournament. And if
Oh
you
my
have the banner
god.
of the if you have the banner of like the winning team, you're gonna be keeping it for the rest of the year, I assume. By the way,
Oh my gosh.
what did they pick? Rice
Oh my
4.
gosh. I
Okay.
don't know. This is so risky.
You see that
Talk about gamesmanship.
You see that difficulty name? That's
Yeah.
exactly how I feel about it right now. Why?
Talk about gamesmanship. This is one of the ways to do it. I'm just not sure if I'm not sure if this is the gamesmanship that we've been thinking about. But they did pick this. They might be way more confident here. Oh my gosh, this is
I don't know. This is really, really risky.
So we're seeing Amit Maki.
Oh, what? Okay, wait. I
What?
think I think they're just. Wait a minute. What's happening here?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just really scared. I'm just really scared of this pick. It's like one of those. If you mess up one, it's
Understandable.
over. And also, there's like the one break section where I swear you do not want to look at that leaderboard because if you do, it's basically over.
Okay, Skill Whiskers comes in. So this is the first time that we are seeing a substitution from Team Germany. And it's just for this particular pick.
Oh wait, look at the chat. It says I'm just a paid actor.
Oh, they did
Huh.
practice. They did practice the chart just before this.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Are they actually putting Amit Maggie in here? I think that's an interesting strategy. Let's see if this is going to be okay, no, it's gonna be
Okay,
Black
it's
Blue.
Black.
Okay.
It's Black.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I mean, that would be epic. Like, imagine having a dedicated Korjak player. Well, this pick is locked in. Germany needs a breakpoint to extend their campaign in the Oceania 7K World Cup 2026 by at least one more chart. Team Canada wins this. They advance to the semifinals. I'm not sure if it is the first time in how many years, but it's
least
gonna be
for
quite an
7.
achievement either way. In
At least
7K,
for
yeah.
7. Okay. Okay, Sukiya finds a drop. This might work very well for Canada, but oh, whoa, that's okay. But Dale trades it. I'm just really nervous right now because the accuracy lead is clearly on the Canadian side.
Well, Tsukiya was just finding another drop. Dale is trading, but the accuracy differences either way is well within Canadian territory.
There's another drop, but Blackhood. Oh, that's another one. No more FCs on the German side. Canada still has one, and Tsukiya has been missing a lot.
Well, I guess this is pretty much it for this matchup, I'd say. There is one more, there's like 50-ish seconds remaining, but given how short this chart is, I don't see
Yeah.
Canada messing up at all at this point.
Okay, good. They're not missing in the break section. Thank goodness. At least no one's missing in the break section. Now, the problem here is you can't just really mess up at this point. You have to make sure that you have the momentum
this is
still.
GG. This is
I think
GG.
that's it. That could be just it. Sawdust Inhaler, the only FC, and both Canadians just have a better accuracy than the German side. That is gonna be it.
And that is indeed it. Germany will be bidding farewell to the Oceania 7K World Cup 2026. And we welcome Canada to the semifinals weekend with one heck of an upset. Dale, what is that ratio? Oh my gosh.
Insane ratio there. Sawdust having like 150, 100, and 202. If any of those were drops, this could have been a lot closer. But that is going to be it. An insane matchup for here. We've seen Germany take this to a tie, but Canada just finishing up the momentum and cleaning up everything, their mistakes and etc. So they're just gonna take this win out. And what a way to do it, with a very dominant win to end the match as well.
Yeah, Canada has performed really well this matchup. A bit shaky start for them, but everything worked out, which is like the best thing to happen for them. Though they're gonna have one heck of a challenge next weekend because they have Thailand waiting for them next weekend.
Thailand's gonna be a tough match, but I think Canada's Rice might be able to stand a team like that. But actually, just what a great match. It's unfortunate that Germany has to go out now, but they still had a great run. I mean, both teams performed great in this match, but only one could be the winner, and that was gonna be Canada. And now I believe that concludes every match in this weekend for the Oceania 7K World Cup 2026. Am I right?
Indeed. That is pretty much it. And we've mentioned this many times. Again, we're gonna remind you, Oceania 7K World Cup 2026 team support banners are up on the OC store if you want to support your country, your favorite team, or your player's country. You can do so by buying a banner. You can buy multiple banners, multiple country banners, multiple of the same country's banners. We don't care. You can just buy as many as you can, and the proceeds will go help the World Cups in general, as far as I know. And if you did buy the winning team's banner, it will stay on your profile until, as far as I know, until the next 7K World Cup. And if, according to Albion, if you are not sure, then you can just buy all 32 teams' banners, because of course you can.
Hey,
And
at
I
least that
think-
means. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I was just gonna be like, if you buy all 32 banners, you're guaranteed to have one of them stay for like the rest of the year.
Indeed. Well, anyways, since that is indeed the last block of matches, unfortunately, fortunately, we are not yet done with the weekend. We will be back at 19 UTC. So that's just under 3 hours from now for the semi-finals map pool showcase. Gonna be pretty exciting one, I'd say. Lots and lots of surprises right in front of you. I won't like I just remember playing some of them and they're like wink wink nudge nudge. Well, anyways, this has been it for us. This has been all of the matches for the quarterfinals weekend. And in behalf of everyone in the staff, this has been Surf 85 and Lively Peninsula for the Osmania Semi-K World Cup 2026. We'll see you guys in the showcase.